It's Chris from bestbrokers.com taking a look at the trading platform cTrader. I am at the website cTrader.com and would point out that you can download the platform from this spot and try to open up a demo account with someone, but most traders will find this at their actual broker. In this video, I'm using IC Markets because they offer cTrader, but the cTrader has become quite a bit more popular than it was in the past, and therefore, your broker may very well offer it as well. cTrader is a very robust platform that a lot of traders like to use for its complex order types, its intuitive design, and quite frankly, it is one of the major competitors to MetaTrader ecosystem platform. So if you don't like MetaTrader for whatever reason, then this might be the way for you. If you click on the platform, you can see that it will open up the basic platform on the website. Now, I'm not signed into cTrader, so this just gives you an idea of what could happen if you click on that. There are plenty of indicators, bots, plugins, algorithms, you name it, it's here. This is a very highly customizable platform. And while the algorithmic trading is one of the big draws, it's also something that's much more complex than the scope of this video. If you are an algorithmic trader, then you have to come up with some type of mathematical equation, typically, to have a trade fire off in a particular asset. So, for example, you may see something that correlates between two markets, and when those conditions are met, you buy one and sell the other. For example, if the correlation is breaking down, that might be something that you can do mathematically, and that is something that you can do through cTrader. Having said that, we're going to focus more on the platform in this video, and I will pull up a platform that I already have an account with. So you click on the icon after you download it from your broker. It'll ask you for your ID and your password, and you go from there. Now, there is the web-based one. You saw that you can sign into that and trade from there. And then there's the desktop version, which is what I have in front of you. Uh, Really, at this point in time, we're going to focus on the desktop version. They basically act the same, so it really doesn't make much of a difference. Now, I happen to be trading, opening up this trading platform on the weekend, so it's crypto only as far as being live right now, but you can see the charts if you click expand. Unlike many other broker platforms, they actually can just simply disconnect, which is interesting because if you have a multi-monitor setup, you can really customize things however you want. Now, you can just click on the symbol here. Popular markets, for example, you could look at, and it will go through those. I'm going to look at all symbols, popular markets, and then you can go down to a market you're interested in trading. So I'll open up Bitcoin. There are the occasional things that pop up like this. So I just spun the mouse wheel, and it asks you, what should it do when you spin your mouse wheel? Now, I'm hoping that it zooms, so I'll just click apply, and it is now teaching itself what it does when I do certain things. You can see that it does, in fact, zoom in and out. The charts, of course, are highly customizable. And I will zoom into a bigger version of this chart, and you can see pretty straightforward here. as far as the setup. There are plenty of drawing tools. You can, for example, come over here and click horizontal line, and you just press down on the chart with the horizontal line selected. It gives you this bubble that you can drag back and forth. Pretty straightforward, standard stuff. You deactivate it by clicking away, and there's your support line. There's also Fibonacci retracements, time zones, expansions, fans. So let's do a Fibonacci. Just click and drag, and you can see that it has the basic Fibonacci retracement levels. If you right click on this, you can change the settings, for example. Clicking on the settings button, you can change whether or not it shows the price by clicking the dollar sign. So the settings button, so let's just say I want 23.6 to pop up as well, and there it is. You can right click and change the chart type. Unlike MetaTrader 4, it has multiple different types of charts: dot charts, area charts, high-low close, candlestick bar, line chart, so on. So you can click on a specific object and just delete it like that. Just right click on it, make sure it's active, and it will delete. There is a pencil tool which you can use to write notes, or, if you wanted to, for example, circle here, you can circle there, click away from it, and it stays. And again, just right click on the highlighted uh, drawing and hit the trash can. There is a price alert. So you just click on the bell and it will bring up all of this information, and you can add a note for a pop-up and an email. So if you wanted to pop up and say something specific, for example, or have it email you, the amount of drawing utensils are pretty impressive. Maybe not the most out there, but pretty much anything that the average trader is going to use is here. You have text. You can just click on this. So you can see that the text pops up and so on. Furthermore, you can change your color options. Each and every single thing can be a color option. It's pretty it's pretty intense as far as what's available. So I'm going to change the bull outline to white and the bear outline to red, or maybe even purple. There we go. And you can see that the candlesticks have in fact changed. I can go to template, save template as I will make it ugly chart, save it, and go from there. So now if I want to perhaps reset to the dark theme, which is basically what we started with, you can see that that has occurred. But if I want to go back to the previous template that I made, ugly chart, and it makes it like that. So pretty straightforward. Let's go ahead and reset to the default. So if I click that, it will expand the size of the entire monitor. Let me go ahead and close that out. Let's do a quick look at positions. So I will open up that Bitcoin, or I'll just do Bitcoin Cash. This will tell you the positions, orders, histories, etc. Below you have the information for the account. So let's say I want to buy zero point 0.1 Bitcoin Cash. So I can type in that and hit the buy button up here. It will um, give you a quick explainer. This is a single click. You have to understand and recognize that the uh, broker is going to operate best price and that you may get slippage. And you can see that we have, in fact, placed an order. You can see the market window over here is giving you an idea of what's going on. You can go to the copy. It will pull up accounts that you can copy. Um, if you so choose, you can go to algos. It will teach you how to get algorithms, the free samples, etc. You can analyze. There's really nothing to analyze here. We just put on a trade. So we just go back to trade. Now you'll notice that it does update in real time. You can reverse the position. So in this case, I bought 0.1. It will sell 0.2 to get me negative 0.1. You can double the position, or you can just simply close it by hitting the X. Let's take a look at the position itself and modify it. So you click on the position, you modify it, you decide you want protection. So right now it's at $609 roughly. So let's say if it goes below 605, I want to put a stop loss. You can even select a trailing stop. The great thing about this is it tells you how much you'll lose. In this case, 22 basis points of the position. And if I want to take profit, you click this. And let's say I want 615 as my target. You hit protect. There's a little click on the platform with sound, and you can see that it's clearly laid out on the chart. I'll just close this out. It closes out. And let's go ahead and look up here where it says create new order. You can click that. It'll bring up a new box. And it basically tells you the same information when you went to modify it. You can do a market order, a limit order, a stop order, or a stop limit order. It gives you quite a bit of flexibility. So you can get Auto Chartist. Auto Chartist is a piece of software that will look at a chart and perhaps say there's an ascending triangle. So this will give you an alert. There's an ascending triangle in the British pound against the Japanese yen, for example. There's the calendar over here. This is going to be focused on the market itself. So when I switch to gold, let's go ahead and see next week. And then it gives you things that might be coming up over the course of the next week that could be important. There's the news. And again, remember, this is the weekend, so it's going to be somewhat quiet. And then there's the dome. The dome will only be active when the market itself is active. So let me go back to Bitcoin, and you can see the bid and ask at the various prices, and you can get involved via that. You could do a price, buy limit, whatever, standard dome, VWAP dome if you use volume weighted average price. A lot of traders like that now. So, with all of that being said, you can see just how flexible the charting and the order functions are. Again, there are a host of drawing tools. So, like an equal distant trading channel, for example. Um, but then when you go into your history now, you can see that as we place that quick trade, it tells you what you've done. In this case, we lost 12 cents. It is what it is. Uh, Price alerts, if you get any go off. Journal, this tells you everything that's happened. And then the algo, assuming that you have an algo, it would show up there. So let's do this. We just jump in and buy Bitcoin. And I'm going to modify the position. So I'm going to do a stop loss at $95,000. Okay, so now that that is set in, you can see it shows up down here. So if you do an order that is pending, for example, let's do a buy limit of $100,000. Um, let's do this. And let's do it a little closer or a little further. Let's do 101. Expiry. And actually this should be a buy stop. So you can see you can just change it on the left right there. Expiry. Let's just make it a couple weeks from now. You can put a stop loss. The stop loss will be 94,009 or 800. Then you click OK, and then you'll see here in the orders, we have this pending order. Go ahead and exit out of that. Let's check our position. We are, in fact, a little bit positive at this point. So I could do something like modify the position and do a trailing stop. And let it trail. So if it starts to really take off, then this thing will start to drift higher. You can see the functionality. It's actually pretty impressive in this um, platform. It is a little bit of a learning curve. You most certainly have quite a bit more you can do with it than you can with many of the other platforms. So therefore, a lot of traders are somewhat on the fence about this, but once you play around with it for a while, cTrader is actually pretty intuitive. Let me go ahead and new chart. So Dash pulls up, Ethereum new chart, and Litecoin new chart. Okay. So you click on that to make that go away, or you keep the market window open. Notice how there's a green 1 right next to Bitcoin. It's telling us that we do, in fact, have a position on. So you can see it's set up for Trade Watch and bottom active symbol panel to the right. So Litecoin dash Bitcoin, it all changes over there. Notice how it tries to tighten everything up when you move it around in the multi-window mode. It's definitely something that will end up being useful. Let's go ahead and now take a look at adding an indicator to our chart. Now there's the F for function. You can find a bot over here, etc. So let's go ahead and let's do a simple moving average. Sure, let's just leave it at 14. And you can see it's drawn a 14 simple moving average here on the 1 hour chart in Bitcoin. So over the last 14 hours, this has been the trend. Notice how now when we go over here to the layers button, there's drawings and then there's indicators. So there is one indicator and it tells you what it is. I want to change this to 30 and I want to change the color to red. Click OK. Click OK or X out of that. And there you go. Now I want to get rid of my indicator. So I can either go here and remove all indicators, or I can just go to remove all indicators off of the layers button. Do you want to remove? Yes. Oops. Indicators. Remove all drawings. Yes. There we go. There is a hide all drawing. So let's say you use a lot of different indicators. You use the Arun. You use Bollinger Bands. And let's put one more on. High minus low. Okay, so you're looking at this and you're like, okay, I'm kind of having trouble seeing everything, seeing the forest through the trees. So if you go to the layers menu, you can see where it says hide all indicators on the chart. You do that and it all disappears. You can drag your chart down a little bit, move both of these windows lower, and you can just look at simple price. You can also close the indicators simply by clicking the X on the end of the window. Now, having said that, keep in mind that we still have an indicator on the chart. We have the Bollinger Band because it is on the main price. So when you clicked out of those X's, you were actually removing windows is really what you were doing. So you can click the garbage can and it makes it disappear. As you can see, there is quite a bit of functionality in this platform. And really where it shines, in all honesty, is going to be the algorithmic trading. Most of what you see on this platform you can get in the other platforms that most brokers offer, but it's the algo trading. If you're a serious algo trader, cTrader is really where you need to be. Some traders just like it for the more functional charts, the ability to spread them out all over a multi-screen platform. That's a big thing as well. But for the most part, it operates pretty similar to most platforms. we're not reinventing the wheel here, but what we are doing is making it for more of a quantitative analysis and execution via those algos. So cTrader isn't always offered by brokers, but there are enough of them out there that this is a platform that you must certainly have to take seriously.